Let me tell you about Riley. She is amazingly adventuresome. She's willing to try anything. I mean, she's a kid who has scuba dived and skied and wake surfed.
She's just a shining bright light of love and kindness. She's super generous.
From really young, my parents loved calling me Smiley Riley because I tended to have a smile on my face.
That was her nickname before cancer, that was her nickname during cancer, and that is her nickname today.
The day she was diagnosed, I was at a piano recital that she was supposed to be playing a duet with me at.
Riley wasn't feeling great. Alex took her to the clinic on a Sunday afternoon to see what was happening.
And I remember my dad got a phone call and he got up and kind of grabbed me and was like, "We have to go to the hospital."
She was diagnosed with leukemia. She was on an emergency air ambulance medical flight from Austin to Houston. And that night we were in the pediatric ICU unit at Texas Children's Hospital, and all of that happened in a matter of hours.
Initial knee-jerk was denial. I went in shock.
Why is Riley the one who's got cancer? What happened? How did she get cancer? And what did we miss? You know, those are the times when you think the things that no parent ever wants to ask themselves, like, is my kid gonna live?
You know, you wake up the next morning and you're like waking up to a nightmare.
It's a marathon of a year of the chemotherapy treatment, watching your kid suffer in horrible ways, living on the edge of your seat for every test result, trying to get yourself to sleep, wondering how this story ends.
She had to do chemo in her spine, so she'd have to do spinal taps. She had like over 24 spinal taps, and you have to be put under. And every holiday that year, we were in the hospital.
You know, for me, one of the toughest days was the day we learned that she relapsed.
I was pretty devastated, and being me, I tried not to show it, but I definitely was.
Anyone going through this experience entirely justified feeling angry or depressed.
I'm probably gonna lose my hair again, and I've been growing up. Great life.
She was good-natured and cheerful and would find the fun things that we would do in an average day despite all the tough things that were going on. That's the way she lifted us all up.
We then learned that she would need a bone marrow transplant. I assumed her sister would be her donor and was surprised that they wanted 10 out of 10 and Annabelle was 8.
When we found out that, you know, our donor was going to be an international donor and a young man, that's when it dawned on me how much of a needle in a haystack this experience is. People in the US in the database. And yet the perfect match for Riley was somebody living in another country thousands of miles away.
I was quite surprised that he was from Wales. I was kind of also surprised that it was a guy, not a girl. And my parents always joked with me, I'm a girl beard, or like be 6 foot tall, or...
When we get to meet Yohan, I mean, Yohan is our hero. Yohan saved Riley's life. What do you say to somebody who saved your kid's life? I mean, I don't think there are words that can express the gratitude.
I'm looking forward to meeting him face to face and thanking him for all that he did for me.
You know, you saved my daughter, and I am forever grateful for that.
You're on the receiving end of so much goodwill and love. Shortly after we learned that Riley needed a transplant, we decided to help educate people on the importance of joining the registry. With Riley, we said, let's try to get 1,000 people to register. So Riley made a video on YouTube called Spit for Riley, because all you have to do is give some spit, and Be The Match does the rest.
I'm here to ask you for your help fighting cancer.
We got some media coverage for our campaign from local media and some national media. We hit that goal. We hit our goal of 1,000.
We're excited to be the honorary chairs this year. We love to share our story.
NMDP and Be The Match is, inevitably going to be part of our life for the rest of our lives.
We hope we can inspire others with our story to pitch in and help out.
Every single person who needs that transplant has a story and a family behind them. To do just such a little thing to save someone is something that's really important.
It just gives you hope for people caring about each other, no matter what your politics or religion.
I'm really happy that I'm able to inspire others. If you stick with a smile, others around you will too, and that'll definitely help you through everything that you will be going through.